So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be showing you guys my sliders that I'm using on Legendary, talking about the best settings I feel work, and then we're going to be heading in for some Stoke versus Arsenal, and I show you guys how I defend and try and keep possession. So before we get into the matchup, we'll have a look at the settings that I do recommend, or what I use. You obviously can tweak it to your liking, but for the controller itself, air balls is what we have for auto switching because it's just much easier for them to do that. But do not have it on auto. It doesn't give you any freedom and is more of a pain and a hindrance than anything else. Auto switching move assistance is up to you. I have it on none personally. I have power passing off, and then we have left these as default. Pass assistance you can either have as manual, semi, or assisted. Semi isn't too bad. Manual, you have to be very, very good at keeping the ball, but I don't really have time to be doing that, so I've kept that on assisted as well as through balls. And shot assistance, I recommend either assisted or semi. Probably semi's pretty good, but once again, I don't have the time to learn all the buttons and all the shooting, so I just keep it as assisted. Cross assistance is on semi. We have lob pass assistance on assisted. I don't use that too much anyway, but save assistance isn't important. Analog sprint on, and then tactical defending is what I recommend, as you will be using this online. Legacy defending is easier. It's the old school ways of FIFA. But I tell you what, tactical, much rewarding. I used to hate tactical defending. Absolutely hate it. But finally I've grasped it, and it is much, much better. So we have a look at the controller itself. This is pretty much the same, apart from shooting and lob pass have been changed because I'm used to my PES way. So shooting is square, circle is lob pass. The rest of the buttons are the same. For the defense, this is where it matters. Normally, when you start the game off, you will have them like this. Tackle will be square, teammate contain will be R1. But I find that if you switch these two around, you use square to teammate contain, and you use R1 to barge players out the way, it works much better. You'll see it in the video. You'll see me playing against against Arsenal, that I'm using teammate contain an awful lot, whilst I try and maneuver the other player, and then when I have the chance, bang, straight in there with R1 to knock them off the ball. The rest of them are exactly the same. So we take a look at the game settings. I feel that a half length of about 7 minutes works quite well. Obviously, it's up to you how much time you have, but 7 minutes gets a good flow, lots of action, lots of chances. Obviously, playing on Legendary, these don't matter too much. Moving down, I'm playing this on slow just to give it more of a realistic feel, but if you want to play shorter half lengths, I recommend probably notching that up to normal so we have more chances to play. Camera angle. This is something as well that's very important. It makes a big difference what camera angle you play at. I don't recommend using default. For me, it's a little bit too low to the ground. Tele broadcast works rather well, but on custom, with a height of 12 and a zoom of 15, it means you can see the field a little bit better. It looks better, and to me, I just play much better with a camera like that. Visually, obviously, is up to you. HUD I have as indicator and player name. As I do commentaries, it's much easier for me to do so. Rules, injuries obviously on, offsides on, bookings on. Handballs I keep off because sometimes they're a little bit sketchy, and I would never recommend having them just on because the amount of penalties you could be given away could be ridiculous. Audio's up to you, but this is where it really counts. The user gameplay customization and the CPU. So let's talk about them. We've got sprint speed the same as acceleration. That's default. Shot errors up by 1. Pass errors up by 2, just to make it a little more errors now and then. Shot speed up to 52, so the ball's fizzed a little bit harder. Pass speed up a little bit as well. Injury frequency up to 55, as I'm not seeing too many injuries, but now I'm seeing a lot more, and it's more realistic. Injury severity is on a 40, so players aren't getting too many really long injuries. Goalkeeping ability we've kept the same. It's 52 for marking, so that on Legendary at least your players are marking a little bit better. Run frequency is default on 50. Line heights up to 54. 48 for length. 52 for width. 50 for fullback positioning. Power bars up to you. I keep it at default, and 52 for that first touch control. So for the CPU, we have the same settings for sprint and acceleration. Both are 50 to keep it even between the two. Shot error just up 1 for them, so they've got 52, so they're not absolutely lethal in front of goal. Now, this is where it really matters. A 68 for pass error. You may be thinking, wow, that is an awful lot. But trust me, when you see Arsenal play, you will see they don't really make any mistakes, even with a 68. The reason I put it up is so that the lower sides will play more like themselves. We don't want to be seeing Leicester, Burnley playing like Barcelona. Do not play pass error at 50 on Legendary. It will tear your hair out. Shot speed of 52, pass speed 52, 55 for injury frequency, the same as the human side of things. Goalkeeping abilities of 50 as well. Markings of 50, I did put it down to about 48 or 47, but I feel 50 works quite well and there isn't too much space. Run frequency of 47, 50 for line height, 54 for length, 48 for width, 52 for positioning, and finally touch control error of a 52. So there we have it. Those are my settings. We're going to be back in just a second, show you guys how to defend and possess against Arsenal. So into the game we go. Got some Stoke against Arsenal. Now, this hopefully should be a tough game, and I just want to talk about really defending and how to try and basically counteract the AI when they play on Legendary. They're very difficult to get off the ball. You have to try and telegraph some of the passes. And really, this is why I switched defensive controls from R1 teammate control to square, because I'm using square an awful lot here and basically moving the centre-backs or whoever I need to make the right challenge, as done so there. I'm going to try and, just basically try and counteract Arsenal here. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Like I said, I haven't played as Stoke. Hopefully this will be a relatively tough game. And you'll also get a chance to see what pass error of 68 does. It doesn't do a whole lot, but Arsenal are still going to make mistakes, and it will make it a little bit more realistic. We're not going to show the whole game. I'm just going to basically do highlights and show you guys the best bit. But the key thing about Legendary, you have to possess the ball. You have to keep possession and make the most out of it. We know we have Crouch in the air. That's why he's there. Unlucky, but you have to keep the ball against Legendary. And there is no excuses for losing possession. There's a chance. Oh, just saved by Szczesny. Because the AI will punish you. Especially this year as well, with away games being a lot tougher, I feel, than home matches. I've had some really good matches with Manchester United away from home. I've had to work for the results. Here's Welbeck poking it through. So right now I know he's going to play this inside towards Welbeck. Covered the run, but the chance was just wide. Now, Legendary is a good difficulty. A lot of people will feel it's almost scripted at times, but I haven't seen too much of that, having played quite a few games now. But I do think these sliders just work well. It's a realistic game of football. Both teams pushing up, but having chances at times. Crouch, the big man, such a quality player, isn't he, the big man? Such a wonderful touch for a 6'7" or 8", or however tall he is. So now a time to defend. Just sort of got to wait here. Just let Arsenal come to you. Cazorla just wants to dink that one inside. Arteta, and you can see here, 68 pass error, but they're not losing the ball. They're still keeping possession, taking their time. And I'm just using L2 right now, just to jockey. There's no need for it to go anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Little back flick, that's fine. I'll let him cross the ball in. Arsenal aren't known for scoring too many headers, and with a delivery like that, no problem. Now, there has been talk of whether the pass error does affect crosses. EA have said it doesn't, but then some people have said, well, it does, because if you put it on 100 pass error, they can't cross the ball to save their life. So I don't know if that's the case. Now, this is where we like to push forward. Lay this down the side. Chance here. Parry clear. Oh, Szczesny again. Doing just enough. I'll probably show just one half of this match, so you guys can just get a feel for what I'm talking about while I'm talking about defending. And even against the top team like Arsenal, you got a chance to have a good matchup with them. See, Cazorla's going to play this inside here. There he goes. Sometimes you can read how the AI plays. And a tip as well is sometimes pressing square and X at the same time will make worthy of a good challenge. because he'll get double the players closing down. Oh, and Nzonzi. Practice, of course, is always the key. Don't get frustrated with the CPU. What I've felt as well, what I've seen, is when you do go a goal down, that AI will sit back a little bit more. Does give you time to score, but if you do manage to bang one back, then they'll start playing again. So you've got to once more adapt your game. Mertesacker. So now once again, we're just going to kind of take our time here. Just not let him go anywhere. He's going to lay that inside, that's fine. Lays it back outside. He's going to play a 1-2 here. Back down the line. There he goes. Just try and stand him up. That'll do. Let him have the corner. Well, let me know in the comments, you know, how you guys are enjoying FIFA. If you have any career modes going on. How are you doing? Have any of you guys won the Premier League title? Some of you are asking, how do I have the Premier League intros and that? Well, that's just default from career mode. So I'm not sure. Everyone should have it. It's part of the game. EA do have the official licenses for the Premier League, so should have everything set up nicely. This is where you've got to start again. As I said, that's poor play, but you have to possess the ball in Legendary. You can't give it away sloppily, especially at the back. If in doubt, get it out, as the famous saying goes. The reason I picked Stoke is because they are a defensive side, and this is sort of how they would play. They would sit back, let Arsenal kind of soak up the possession and try and sort of counteract it. And that's a sure cross. Just get it away. We know Crouch is big in the air. It's going to cause problems. Now the quick counter. Nice bit of play, Juve. Try and swing that out wide. Moses, lovely feet. And the trick stickers this year as well. You have to use tricks. They are so useful in this game. Just a little step over, a little drag back, anything to give yourself half a yard. I do definitely recommend you practice those skill moves. Have a go from here. Why not? Oh, once again, Szczesny making a good save. Well, we've had the majority of the chances. Zonzi, you've got to look for Peter Crouch. See, there we have it. Taking the lead. Oh, it's the big man. That's what he can do. He did score against Newcastle to give them the win. That's a perfect delivery. Use what you have. And this time, Szczesny just watching. So we've got about 5 minutes remaining. Like I said, just going to show the first half for you guys to show that you can defend against Legendary if you get the bearings right. And please do use these sliders, because it just makes the game so more entertaining when you actually have a chance against the CPU and they can't continually keep passing around you like you're not even there. This will be a chance here. That's not a bad delivery. Let's get it out. But you see Arsenal, they're pushing numbers up now. They are a goal down. Moses, so once again, just dictating the play. Keep possession. Don't rush it. Don't force the pass. Take your time. Possession in FIFA is key, and it just looks pretty. I'm not one of these players, and you guys know that spams the ball over the top. I love to work it round. Doesn't matter who I'm playing with. And keep the ball. Whelan. Adam, this is a lovely work move here. Oh, unlucky Charlie Adam. Final few seconds. Let's try not to concede. Making the run forward. I'll let them have it out wide, Arsenal. There's no problem there. Once again, just take your time, make the challenge. Arsenal throw. Chambers, it's a good challenge. The referee's given the foul. Should be the end of the half, really. So there we have it, guys. That was just a quick video showing you basically how I defend, my thoughts on how to defend better. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helps. And we'll be back with some more FIFA action shortly. But until next time, take care.